pass. Thompson, 3-ball right side. Got it!
Play again, his three.
It's Klay Thompson's show. He's not human.
You almost have to use every muscle in your body, and it starts with your toes and your foot placement. I was once told by a coach growing up, and I love using this analogy for it. Imagine a reverse waterfall, starting with your toes all the way to the end of your release, one fluid motion, just like this. You don't want any hitches, you just want one fluid motion.
Play three, yes sir!
So you want good knee bend, one foot in front of the other depending on what hand you are. And I'm right-handed, so I like my right foot a little in front of my left. Good knee bend, L in the shooting arm. Ball not in your palms, but on about your fingertips and like the base of your fingers. That's where you want the ball. And you want to be able to see air through there, because you don't want to shoot like this. You want to be like this. So one fluid motion, guys, like a reverse waterfall. Here we go. There you go. That's it.
Klay driving again. Good! Oh, you're kidding me!
So you guys, if you practice those tips on a daily basis that I just showed you, you will become a better shooter. Do not get discouraged. Do not become a great shooter overnight. It takes a lot of hard work and a lot of time and a lot of repetition.
He established himself as the best shooter the NBA has ever seen. He shattered records year over year and has changed the way the game is played, pushing players farther and farther out to maximize the extra point you get from the three-point shot. Today, let's look at his mechanics to get a better understanding of how he's been able to effortlessly knock down shots from such long distances. Let's start with the feet. You can see how he utilizes the turn, both feet parallel and pointing to about 10 o'clock to allow his shooting hip and elbow to properly align with the rim in one vertical plane. You'll also notice he doesn't jump very high. While this is a practice situation, in games, he doesn't get much higher than this at all, almost the equivalent of jumping rope. Without a huge jump, it allows him to replicate the height without fear of fatigue at the end of games. Notice the slight rotation in the air. This is a natural movement that comes out of the right shoulder moving forward on the release in the air. It is almost impossible to stop this, and if you try, would create quite a bit of unneeded tension in your core, prohibiting you from releasing a smooth and relaxed shot. From the right corner, Steph's knees are parallel, most likely because the pass almost always comes from the left. However, when he shoots from out top and the left side, I've noticed his right knee tends to cross over his midline a bit more, and this could be caused by his adjustment from catching the ball from his right side. Steph's feet do flow forward a little bit, hinging at the waist in what we call a sway, but it isn't that
for a jumper. It even comes down to the rhythm of his footwork. Watch here how he goes halfway through a step to throw off the defender's timing. It's 1, 2, 3, go. It's just constant unpredictability. And he pairs this shift of gears with great angles. Notice how he walks down Holiday to get the angle for the screen. Now it's much tougher for him to get above and over that screen. And if they go under, they're deeper in, making it easier for Steph to pop back. And what this also does is actually takes a bit more time, in a good way. It allows more time for that screener to actually get in position to set the screen, which a lot of younger players don't let happen just out of impatience. And it's also impressive how good Curry is at sprinting in a curved angle. This makes it much easier for him to be in these deeper positions and get out and around that screen, especially because his defender probably won't be as good at this quality. This also helps him come very tight to that screen and leave little to no space for his defender to slip through. Notice how he's never fazed by contact here, and he doesn't let his defender push him off of his line. In fact, he's actually the one that creates the contact most times, and this does two things very well. Number one, it creates separation before using the screen. And watch how he throws this little jab before he goes, and notice the space he now has from his defender. This gets him a head start, and that's all he needs to get open from that screen. Now it's nothing violent, but he can get pretty forceful with his arms, sending that defender backwards and forcing them to catch up rather than stay with him. And number two, he'll essentially push them into the path of the screen. Watch here how he pushes Murray down a bit, causing him to run right into that screen. Technically a foul, maybe, but are any of the refs going to call this, let alone look at it? Probably not. Also, Steph simply never stops moving. Now, it's smart movement, but it's constant. Provided that you're not just sprinting around for the hell of it, the more you move intelligently, chances are you're going to eventually create some chaos in the defense, especially when you have the gravity that Steph does. Now, related to that, here's another secret he uses. In a standard defensive setup, when you're more than one pass away from the ball, you're in more of a help position, right? You're not face guarding that player. So Steph eats these plays up. He gets his defender a few feet away from him by running away from the ball or being on the other side of the court. And now look at the separation he has. He has an advantage to work with. So the defender's now chasing him, which makes it easier for him to find a shot. So when it may seem like you're out of the play because you're on the other side of the court, you may be in a really good position to find an open shot. Finally, he takes advantage of every single easy opportunity that most players don't. Number one is just setting screens. As Steph sets this, two defenders go with his teammate most times. What does that do? It gets Steph all the space he needs. It's really a beauty to watch Steph do this so frequently. Defenders miscommunicate so often in these situations, and it's almost unstoppable even if they communicate perfectly.
Curry, quick in Draymond's minutes, because I think it's going to be bursts of 5 or 6 minutes at a time. Yeah, he'll get his win back. Steph Curry.
Number two is off of offensive rebounds. What happens after an offensive rebound? The defense is scrambled, there's open space everywhere because everyone is standing ball watching. Sounds like a perfect opportunity, and he takes advantage.
Tice able to break up the lob attempt.
And finally, after passing the ball. This is yet another situation when defenders just fall asleep. Why be on high alert right after your man passes the ball? Well, that's probably why. He does this in two ways. Number one is quickly relocating, like right here. He knows that defenders will likely fall right asleep and immediately pops out for it. But sometimes this may not work. He's a little bit more patient, but he has an advantage. Notice all the space he has right here. So he'll carry this into a search for space and will eventually get open. And that's about it. It's really not that difficult. He's just mastered the basics, and more importantly, he always applies them. So give some of these a shot and let me know how they work.